What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the lounge. Welcome back to the Hardcore Casuals channel. I'm Austin, joined by Brady, as always. Brady, how you doing, my friend?
I'm doing fantastic. Way better than I expected. Early in the week, I had a little bit of a cold, but because of the weird weather. But we're back. Like we're chilling. We're doing pretty good. How about you?
I'm doing the opposite. I was feeling better
Damn.
earlier in the week, and now that it's fucking 40 again, I can't breathe. This shit sucks. I want my
Bro,
70-degree weather back. It
It
looks
was
like it
high
should be 70
70s.
outside because the sun's out, which go figure when it was 70 the rest of this week it was fucking pouring down rain
Yeah,
and
we need to
cloudy.
figure out something with this fucking Huxatani Phil some bitch. You know what I mean? This guy says 6 more weeks of fit winter, and like Ohio weather's like one day it's close to 80. Now it's like 50 outside.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah, and it's only getting colder, by the way.
Yeah, we're in fake spring right now.
Yeah, we had our false spring last week. We're in a second winter. We're gonna get false spring
Yeah.
again this weekend on Sunday and Monday. It's gonna be 70 again, and then it's gonna drop down to fucking 17 on Tuesday. I hate it here. I fucking hate it here.
Yeah. But you know what we love though?
Video games.
Video games. Exactly.
Yes, and we have had no shortage of video games this month. We've had Resident Evil 9 just came out, Marathon just
Yep.
came out, Pokopia just came out. I don't
And it doesn't stop.
think I'm
It
missing
does not
anything.
stop.
No, it's not stop. Speaking of all of the games, what have you been playing?
I know we've both been playing Pokopia for sure. I probably put about 10 hours into it, I think. Yeah, I've been playing that one. Normal live service rotation, like of Valorant and Rocket League, whatever boys are on, or I'm chilling. But yeah, most of my time was in Pokopia. Like playing with that. Put it, trying to figure out my Pokemon village. I'm not there yet.
Yeah.
It's like I've been trying to think of it. Like I have a Google Doc I've been starting to put together of like
God.
who's making the cut into like the place I want to build the most,
Damn, that's crazy.
and who isn't. Yeah, we started doing that.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right. I see you.
been loving Popcopia though. Yeah, what you
yeah.
been up to?
I'm all over the fucking place. Since our last normal episode of the lounge, I have played and beaten Resident Evil Requiem. We did our review on that last week. That is up, so if you have not watched that yet, I encourage you all to check it out. First half is spoiler free. Back half is filled with spoilers, but we make it very clear when spoilers start, so no worries on being spoiled on anything incidentally. But me and Ryan pretty much both agreed 9 out of 10. A great game to start us off on this year. Jumped into Marathon. I picked that up last week. I think I've put about 4 or 5 hours into it so far. I haven't had a lot of time. I was super busy over the weekend. Didn't get to play it as much as I wanted. And also just, I don't have other friends that are playing it. And playing that game solo is hard as fuck. So
I believe that. I believe it.
Definitely going to be jumping back into it. I know they've got a big event, I think, that's supposed to launch this week. It's essentially supposed to be like a raid type of deal, so I'm going to need to scour the socials for a group to run this game with because I cannot run it solo. And I tried to talk my friend Holly into it. She played the tutorial 2 games and was like, "No, this isn't for me." I'm like, "You don't even know what you're doing yet." But okay, that's fine. I'm not gonna. That's fine, I guess. And then yeah, picked up Pokopia last night. Played it till 2 o'clock in the morning. And played for about another hour so far today after I got off work. And that's probably what I'm going to be doing when we're done recording. Is just jumping back into it. I think I'm about 4 or 5 hours into that. Just got to the second area as we were discussing before. I love the personalities that this game is adding to Pokemon because they already have their own personalities, but like I love everyone. I love every single Pokemon. Tangrowth is phenomenal. The original trio starters I love even more so than normal. I just helped get an Onyx out of a cave. I'm loving this game way more than I expected because it's not my normal type of game. But I guess if you put a Pokemon skin on it, I'll probably just really enjoy it.
Yeah, when you walked around that corner trying to go in that cave, like you heard the noise, and you're like, you're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Because that was me. That was me.
See, I had more of an oh shit reaction when you're getting to try to free the Onyx and you're trying to get it to rain. Yeah. And Kyogre fucking was. I'm like, because at first you just gets a text bubble and it looks like it's gonna be Gyarados. So I was like, oh shit, we got a Gyarados somewhere. You go out to the ocean, it's fucking Kyogre. I'm like,
it's fucking Kyogre.
Kyogre just pulls up to the island. All right.
He's like, are you Pokemon or human? Yo, I'm a Pokemon. Yeah, like that's you up. Oh, that's my guy. Okay.
So hell yeah, let's go.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I've been loving like the little Pokemon thing, I walked up and I saw Pidgey talking to Charmander.
Oh, see, I don't even have a Pidgey. I have not seen. Pidgey. Nope.
Yeah, I walk up and I see those two talking, and like Charmander's like, dude, Pidgey, you're so cool. You can fly. And Pidgey's like, well, you got fire. That's pretty cool. And then Charmander's like, yeah, but imagine if you could fly and breathe fire. And I'm like, this little guy doesn't know. He doesn't know he's gonna be a Charizard.
Yeah, I was playing it earlier, and I was trying to get to Scyther to get one of the little side quests from him, and he was chasing a Combi. And I went, he's like, oh no, I'm not trying to attack him or anything. We're not fighting. I'm just playing tag. I'm like, that's adorable. I love this. Then fucking Magikarp is hilarious. He's just yo and bro every other word.
Yo!
And then for when I was playing earlier, is the only time I had seen him leave his little area, and he had just flopped his way up to where the Pokemon. I'm like, how did you even?
How'd you get here?
Why? Why are you here?
Oh, bro, I was playing it, and I'm like, man, I wish there was a jump button.
Yeah.
And then the most useless Pokemon gives me the happiest thing I could be.
He's like, I'm gonna teach you something that not a lot of people can use. He's like, but I can use it. I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna do with Splash? And then they're like, you can jump. I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh shit, I needed that.
Yeah, I was fully prepared to learn Splash. That is not what happened.
Yeah. I saw somebody say, Nintendo making you go on a fucking escort mission with Slowpoke is
dog. Oh my god. That took so long and it shouldn't have.
Yeah.
It's like, good
like, bro, move.
It's like, I know slow's in your name, but god damn.
Damn, bro. Damn.
So, yeah, I'm too early into it where I'm going to put a score on it. Maybe next week, if I keep playing it like the way I'm playing it. I might roll credits by the end of the week. I think it's about 30 to 40 to roll credits.
It depends how much you beeline it. Yeah.
That's true. I've been beelining a lot, though. Or, well, not beeline. I've been doing random shit a lot. So, could go either way. I might roll credits in 30 hours. I might roll credits in 60 hours.
Yeah. This game, like, for people that are very creative and, like, people that love, like, the Animal Crossings of the world, like, that you could sink out. I think you could sink hundreds of hours into this one.
Oh, 100%.
Like, yeah, like, you haven't even got to, like, more of the systems at play of, like, other stuff of how to, like it's kind of deep a little bit, like, of how if you really want to, like, if you want to do like this, or like there's like so much, there's a lot to this game, and there's like I can't wait to, like, start building buildings and stuff. I'm not even, like, doing that yet.
Right. Yeah, I think that is my next goal, is to build the cottage, like an actual building that's not the Pokemon Center.
What's so cool about, like, that house building is you could either, like, buy the hut or whatever from the Poke Center, or you could just build it like Minecraft style. Like, you could just build the house.
Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't had a lot of building materials yet. It's just been a lot of more food and just raising the comfort level and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Building hay beds. I think I built a leaf hut for Charmander recently. Stuff like that. Nothing too crazy, but I think I'm not too far off from getting into some more, we'll say extravagant, for lack of a better term, extravagant builds.
Yeah, there's been a lot of cool ones I've been seeing online and stuff.
Oh yeah, people
are already
insane.
going dummy.
They're nuts. All right, we could probably talk about Pokopia for the entire episode, but we got
Let's talk about Pokopia.
We do have a lot of other stuff to talk about, but the first story is indeed about Pokopia. This is over on IGN by Tom Phillips. Pokopia launch sales confirming it's off to a strong start. Pokopia has launched big on Nintendo Switch 2 and has sold 2.2 million copies over its release weekend. Across 4 days, the new Pokemon Life Sim game shifted 1 million copies in Japan alone, despite supply constraints from its physical version being reported in several countries. Indeed, such has been the game's popularity excuse me, that Amazon recently raised the price of its box copy by $10 up to $80, which is bullshit. I didn't know they could just do that.
They could just do that, apparently. Supply and demand, I guess.
That's fucked up. It says Nintendo shareholders have also reacted positively to the game's performance, sending the company's stock price shooting upwards. While 2.2 million copies and less than 5 million already sold by Resident Evil Requiem, it is important to remember that this game is exclusive for Switch 2, which is a console that has got a relatively modest user base. Just over 17 million Switch 2 consoles have been sold so far, meaning just shy of 1 in every 8 owners now has a copy of Pokopia. The game has already beaten sales to date of Kirby Air Riders and Metroid Prime 4. The sales even compare quite favorably with those for Legends ZA, the highly anticipated franchise title, which introduced a new bunch of new Mega Pokemon. Yep, nope, we're just gonna...
Menagerie?
Maybe? That has sold 3.89 million copies on Switch 2 since its launch last year, though it is also available on the Switch. With a big launch and very positive reception for both players and critics alike, Pokopia looks like a new evergreen hit for Nintendo as more players take the leap to Switch 2. Could it eventually become the best-selling Pokemon spin-off of all time? It seems possible. Nintendo 64 Classic Pokemon Stadium currently holds that title with 5.4 million sales through combined sales though the combined sales of Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Red and Blue are slightly higher at 5.8.
Yeah, it'll beat those records.
Yeah, I think it's going to blow both of those records out of the water at some point.
Yeah, especially when more Switch 2's getting the wild. But yeah. 2.2 million right now. That's
2.2 million is great, and yeah, I can most definitely attest to the shortage in physical copies. We were talking before we started recording. I wanted to get this game physically. I went to Walmart and GameStop around the corner from me. Both of them sold out, didn't have any, so I folded and just said fuck it and got it digitally because I didn't want to wait. They were like, oh, we might get some in next week. I'm like, I don't want to wait that long. But
yeah. What's interesting about this is when we all saw the Pokemon Presents presentation, we all felt good about like Gen 10's coming. It's like not even going to be this year, 2027, so that gives us a little bit more hope of the quality of what that game could possibly be. And it really helps for that wait to happen when you have a banger like Pokopia coming out.
Yeah.
So now nobody's gonna be questioning Gen 10 at this moment.
No.
We can all wait. We all feel satiated with our Pokemon content right now. And imagine Pokemon can like carry the Switch too. Like Pokemon like carries the Switch too.
I mean,
Because we could have like three titles in like 2 years or type shit. Like
Yeah.
I don't even know.
I mean, yeah, because you even got Champions next month, and I know that one's more free to play and more of just a battle sim, which is probably more for the hardcore audience than just the casual audience of Pokemon. But even still, you got what, 5 Pokemon titles in a span of probably 18 months with ZA towards the end of last year. You had Fire Red,
Yeah.
Leaf Green re-released.
Oh yeah, fucking that one. Yeah.
Now
I forgot
Pokopia,
about that one.
Champions next month, and then Gen 10 sometime next year, whether that be early next year in like February like they've done from time to time, or if they just wait till their normal fall release schedule for the mainline games that they've done in the past.
Yeah, I think Gen like at this moment, I feel like Gen 10's coming like within the first 3 months next year, maybe. It could be late next year as well. I don't know. It could go either way.
I feel like it's early because even though we didn't see a lot at the last Pokemon Presents, we saw more than I expected from a game that's not going to be coming out till next year. Like, we saw a lot of the map, we saw the starters, you saw that they're doing the underwater area. So, I think they revealed a lot for it to be coming out fall of next year. But, I could be wrong.
Yeah.
But yeah, my gut also says early 2027.
I'm feeling early as well. Yeah, Amazon raising it at $10. Yeah, it's just supply and demand. That sucks. I really hope no one's like forced to pay $10 extra for this game.
Yeah, because I don't think any of the other retailers like Walmart, GameStop, or anyone like that who's holding or who has physical copies is charging an extra 10. But I could be
also
wrong.
speaks to its success right now because I don't think Nintendo expected this one to blow up as much as it did. Like if Amazon doesn't have copies, like they send out the copies they think it's gonna sell, and this one's already been blown. Like everyone's having shortage issues about it. Like that's probably a good thing. Like in the long run, it just sucks for those people.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely not ideal for those who want it physically. But I mean you can still get it digitally, which for some people isn't ideal. I personally just like having hard copies. It just wasn't. Maybe I get one later on if it ever goes on sale when they have their. I mean, it'll go on sale eventually, not anytime soon. But yeah, it is what it is. But good for Pokemon Company. Good for Nintendo. Another success. Another banger. Off rip. Curious to see if they. Or if anything, if they add anything to like post game content down the road. I mean, they haven't mentioned any that I've seen. But yeah, events for sure. Their Pokemon does a whole lot of events for a lot of their games, whether it be Pokemon Go, or TCG Pocket, the mainline games, Legends even. But,
yeah, they have the big hop. They even have the hop event
that's right.
going on right. Yeah, they have that going on right now. Which next time I play Pokopia, I'll probably do that. Just like because I think you could get like 3 different, like the evolution line of that.
Yeah, I'll have to
something like that.
Look at that.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Go from good news to unfortunately, as it seems to always go, bad news. This was supposed to be for last week, but we did not have a regular show last week. This is over On the Verge by Andrew Webster. High Guard is shutting down today. Actually, as of recording, I believe servers went down at about 2 o'clock this afternoon, so it is no longer playable after about a month and a half after release, I would think. It's been
2 months exactly. I think.
Is it?
It's either like a week off. It might be a week off.
It's
but it's about 2 months.
About 2 weeks off. So let's see. It says another high-profile live game or live service game is shutting down soon after launch. This time, it's free-to-play squad shooter Highguard. Developer Wildlight Entertainment says that even though Highguard reached 2 million players, the game will be shut down permanently on March 12th. Less than 2 months after the game debuted on January 26th. Quote, despite the passion and hard work of our team, we have not been able to build a sustainable player base to support the game long term, the studio explained. Before the game ends for good, it's getting one last update either tonight or tomorrow that will add a new character, weapon, among other changes. This was last week, I believe. It says, despite a splashy reveal at the Game Awards in December, things have not been looking good for Highguard. The first release from Wildlight, a studio founded by former devs on series like Apex Legends, Call of Duty, and Titanfall, and reportedly funded in part by Tencent. Wildlight laid off most of its staff in February, and a week later, the Highguard website went down, prompting concerns that the game might be over. It's an abrupt end for Highguard, but that short runway for live service games is becoming increasingly common. Good lord, I can't speak today. Sony infamously shut down the sci-fi shooter Concord and closed its studio within a matter of weeks, even though the game had been in development for 8 years. And 2XKO, a new fighting game from League of Legends developers Riot, appears to be on notice as well. Its development team was hit with layoffs a few weeks after launch. This all comes as publishers and developers continue to chase the sky-high player counts and steady revenue streams that come from big live service hits like Fortnite. However, the space continues to prove to be incredibly difficult to break into, with recent success stories like Arc Raiders incredibly rare. Even single-player focused studios like Alan Wake developer Remedy tried to expand into live service releases with less than stellar results. Still, despite
Weird
the
stray, but alright. Weird stray, but alright.
Still, despite the canceled games and studio closures, the live service chase doesn't seem to be stopping anytime soon. Even after cutting back in the space, Sony is still behind upcoming games like Marathon and a co-op Horizon spin-off.
Yeah, man. At the end, he just hit everybody's woes. He hit everyone.
What did Remedy do? I don't even remember a live service.
It's fucking first-person shooter. God, I don't remember it. No. It was like free on like PlayStation Plus or whatever.
Oh, FBC Firebreak.
FBC Firebreak, that was it. Yeah,
I forgot that was Remedy.
I forgot. I didn't know that was a live service. I'll be honest.
I didn't either, actually. Because it launched on PS Plus, I thought.
Yeah.
Which made me think it wasn't a live service because it probably wasn't free.
Well, Highguard's dead.
Yeah, this sucks, but we kind of unfortunately saw it coming.
Do I blame the gamers? Do I blame the studio for not leaving out enough runway for the developers to work? Yes, I blame them all.
Yeah.
It sucks. GG's to Highguard. We'll see you in Valhalla, brother.
Yeah, this is a shame. We had played it at launch. I don't know if you played any more of it after that.
I'll be honest.
I think I might have played it one or two more times. Unfortunately, not one that could keep my attention. But it wasn't a bad game. I didn't think it was bad.
No, it was good. Yeah, it was good. It's just, yeah.
Unfortunately, I am sucked into Rivals as my live service games of choice at the moment, and now Marathon, which we'll see how that one goes. I got one of my group messages keeps sending me fucking player counts in Marathon. I'm like, what? Why? I was like,
Marathon? I think Marathon's going to live a little bit, though. I don't think it's going to be a Concord or a Highguard situation.
I don't think so either, and I think that's because Bungie's done this before with Destiny and Destiny 2.
They're used to this.
So they know what they're doing. But, yeah, this player count thing that's been going on
the player count culture
this year, yeah, it is. It's so bad. People were talking
weird
about it with Marathon. They're like, oh, it's only got 80,000. It's awful. And if you look at Rivals Steam charts, I think they were also sitting at like somewhere between 80 and 90,000 around the same time. So
yeah,
I don't know what the player distribution for Marathon would be between PC and console. I would imagine it's probably got a higher player count on console.
I'd
I
assume
could be
higher.
wrong, but
But it's a pay
yeah, it's a paid
premium game.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's straight up premium.
so
So all these players that are playing paid $40, which right now Highguard has 66 people playing. Nobody's
I don't know, maybe
paying
servers
much.
aren't down yet.
Yeah, it might still be alive. Get on it, folks. So we can bring it back. But yeah, I see. It's just another one of those that came out. They didn't Did they not think you need to give these devs like at least 6 months, right?
Especially since they already had a year's worth of content planned.
Yeah, why even have the content made?
Well, I think, to be fair, obviously, they talked about wanting to shadow drop it originally before getting the offer from Jeff. Does that help if they just shadow drop it? I don't think so.
No. I don't think it does.
No. I think what they should have done, knowing you get that reveal at the Game Awards, you gotta say something after that. I don't know when, but they were just... They were at the Game Awards, and then radio silent till the day before launch. And all anyone talked about between the Game Awards and the day of launch is how bad Highguard looked and how it didn't look interesting. And they
only have that one trailer.
Yeah. But people just ran with it, calling it dead on arrival, and no one gave it a chance, essentially. And that's oddly... not to the same extreme, but I've seen that a lot with Marathon as well. Just a lot of people just trashing Marathon. And I don't know why. I don't know if it's just people are so dedicated to Arc Raiders that they don't want anything else that's similar, or what, but...
I think it's a part of that.
We're in a weird, toxic live service gaming culture right now, and it is hurting the industry way more than it's hurting the consumer.
Yeah, it's we're living in a culture right now, especially just overall, like not even just gaming, where people are profiting off being negative.
Mm-hmm.
And no matter what take you could have, if you keep owning that take, people believe that you'll eventually find an audience type with that. And some people's shtick is just to be negative, just to make fun of what the characters' designs, or just call everything woke garbage or some shit like that.
Yeah.
And not even giving an opportunity, because there's so many reviews that were on arrival for Highguard, not even 15 minutes, that were overwhelmingly negative for the game. Yeah. Which does not help at all. No. Thankfully on Steam with Marathon, you have to purchase the game for it to have a Steam review. Right now it's sitting positive, but if you look at the Metacritic review, it's now got tanked by audience scores because you don't have to own the game. Insane. There's some sort of sickness going on with people online, but
I will never understand review bombing.
I'm not that guy.
It's never made sense to me. If you don't enjoy something, shut up and move on.
Exactly. Focus on the positive stuff, bro.
Yeah, I saw a clip from Tim the Tatman's stream. He was streaming Marathon with someone else and Burt Peanut, and I guess he went to send Burt Peanut an invite, and Burt Peanut wasn't streaming, wasn't appearing online. He's like, "Oh, you're just playing offline?" He's like, "I can't play online. All my chat does is fucking bitch and complain, and I don't want to see that."
Watching Shroud play Highguard on day one and looking at his chat.
Oh, it was probably
not.
Oh
it was.
God.
It was brutal. None against Shroud. But his fucking that chat was just. It was oh, this shit. It was overwhelmingly negative. And yeah.
I don't even know if it's, to be fair to him, his chat, because Tim's chat did the same thing with Highguard. They've done the same. Yeah. They're doing the same thing with Marathon. Yeah. They did the same thing with Rivals. They did the same thing when Overwatch restarted. It's everyone just wants to... No one wants anything to succeed, and it's the weirdest fucking thing. I don't understand. It's
so weird. I saw someone drop the quote that gamers are the only group of people that you have to force to like their hobby.
Yeah.
Like some gamers just don't like other games like that, which is weird. It's like I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I don't know what multiplayer gamers want anymore. I literally don't, because I don't think they know what they want. Like,
No.
like people love COD, people hate COD, but like you'll ask any COD fan, and it's like you don't know which one, you don't know what they want, how to make the game better. But like all everyone has is complaints, and like bring that like a lot of the FPS culture, they bring that to other games as well. It's just like everyone's just eating each other alive. It's like, bro, just chill. It's just a game, bro. Like,
Yeah.
you don't have to be this negative.
Yeah, just because you don't like a game does not mean you should want the game to fail. Because if the game fails, guess what? People are losing their jobs. Studios are getting closed. And that's some shit that doesn't need to happen just because a large group of people who aren't even playing the game 9 times out of 10 are complaining about a game.
They're like, why would anybody want to even pick up High Guard if, like, off rip, it's like, oh, everyone hates this game. It's
like
it's garbage.
If you're a content creator or a streamer, why would you want to play anything that, like, why would you want to try High Guard? What? Fuck, I can't speak. Why would you want to play Marathon on stream if all your chat's going to do is going to come in and be toxic? It's like, what's the fucking point?
And the last, like, weird, like, thing that people are acting toward, like, weird towards is, why is everyone just bashing on Jeff Keighley for him liking a video game?
Yeah, I don't...
Like, actually.
There's no winning, because up until last year, everyone's like, quit showing games at the end that aren't coming out until God knows when. So Keeley's like, alright, cool, I got you one better. This shit comes out in like 3 weeks. Yeah. And everyone's like, why the fuck would you show that? What are you supposed to... If you're Jeff, what do you do?
Yeah, I thought it was kind of... I thought the choice was interesting just because we knew going into that award show, Expedition 33, a single-player RPG, was taking home a lot of awards.
Right.
Single-player is not all gamers. Not everyone loves single-player games, and that's fine. That's your taste. But, so I thought it was interesting, like, oh, single-player gamers are being fed with all these awards. Ending the game on a multiplayer title, like, that could be a cool inclusion of every vast gamers.
Yeah, I think the thing is, it's like,
it just didn't work.
I think the thought process is it's a brand new game. B, it's coming out very soon, so it's not something we're waiting for. And C, I would probably bet that most casual gamers play multiplayer games, especially free-to-play multiplayer games. Like, your highest selling games are usually your Call of Duty, your Battlefield, your Maddens, like, all these multiplayer titles. And that's not anything against single-player, story-driven games. I love those. Those are my favorite. But multiplayer games is where your money is, which is why we keep seeing all these live-action games, but they're all trying to duplicate Fortnite, Apex, shit like that. You're not going to duplicate that. Those are your S tier, not going anywhere, games as a service, live service games. No one's touching them. You need to lower your expectations, because you're not going to be Fortnite. I'm not going to say it's not possible, but it's really fucking unlikely. Yeah.
The main reason why the last big hit, Marvel Rivals, like, that one came out, that one is able to do the darn thing because Marvel.
Yeah, you know? It's an established IP already. Everyone knows a lot of these characters. So you don't have to sell all these new characters. You don't have to sell the story. It's just, hey, you know Spider-Man, you know Wolverine. Play as them in this game. And it's free. But speaking of Fortnite, this is over on IGN. This is not great Fortnite news. This is by Tom Phillips. This is Epic Games has announced a major change to the prices and distribution of Fortnite's in-game V-Bucks currency and blamed the cost increase on the need to, quote, help pay the bills. Fortnite's billion-dollar grossing Battle Royale mode launched back in 2017 and has frequently found itself as part of the cultural zeitgeist. But while recent years have been seeing ever bigger collaborations with movies and pop stars, its player numbers have been dwarfed by the third-party game platform Roblox. Earlier this year, Fortnite began allowing its own third-party game creators to begin selling microtransaction items, while Epic Games took a cut, and a move that Epic itself previously said it wouldn't entertain. The wider company has also been busy spending big on free games to attract users to its PC storefront, battling Apple and Google in the courtroom, and building an in-game mode backed by a $1.5 billion investment by Disney. All of that said, however, you'll soon be paying more for V-Bucks, and you'll also get fewer free V-Bucks from the game's Battle Pass and fewer from the game's Fortnite Crew subscription. At the same time, Epic Games has reduced the V-Bucks cost of the Battle Pass and the OG music and Lego passes, slightly in a move that makes this seem a little more palatable. But in a world where all games' big collaborations land in the Fortnite shop, it's the rise in V-Bucks prices that will likely see fans ultimately forking over more money than before. Another major change will see the Fortnite Battle Pass only include the exact number of V-Bucks necessary to buy the next one, rather than providing half of its value again as a bonus. So this has a breakdown of what each pack cost, what it used to be, and what it is now. So your $8.99 pack used to be 1,000 V-Bucks, now it's 800. $22.99 was 2,800, now it's 2,400. $36.99 was 5,000, now it's 4,500. $89.99 was 13,500, now it's 12,500. Your exact amount per pack, it used to be essentially 1 penny equaled 1 V-Buck, 50 cents per 50 V-Bucks. Now it's 99 cents per 50 V-Bucks. So it's doubled in price essentially per V-Buck. It's a 100% price increase there.
God damn.
So yeah, $8.99 will now get you 800 V-Bucks, down from 1,000. Which is also the new cost of the game's main Battle Pass and OG Pass. The music and Lego passes will cost you 1,200 V-Bucks going forward instead of 1,400. And then, yeah, it goes over the prices again. Says, other than stating that it needs help paying the bills, Epic Games has not made any further comment for the reasoning of the price rises. The changes will go into effect, on March 19th at the beginning of the next Battle Royale season. A trailer was just dropped to fan acclaim yesterday. And then it says, surely Dwayne Johnson doesn't cost that much, right? Maybe he does. He probably does.
He's the Rock, yeah.
And then...
Also, sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, and also, this isn't mentioned in here, but they did just put in the Save the World mode is now free, which I'm going to be honest with you, I kind of thought it already was, or surprised it wasn't, because that was the original, that's what Fortnite originally was.
Oh, they had the paid Save the Mode.
Yeah.
Save the World mode, and then you had the free Fortnite. It wasn't selling well, so they thought, hey, let's put a three.
Yeah, let's put a Battle Royale in here.
Let's put a Battle Royale in there, and then
boom!
Turns out you're the biggest video game in the world. Not even close, probably. Maybe Roblox is close, but still they're making
Roblox is dwarfing Fortnite's numbers, which is insane to me.
Dude, yeah, like people, I feel like people don't talk about Roblox enough, and it's insane how what they're doing, like over there.
Roblox is a mess. Like,
I mean, I'm not gonna touch Roblox ever.
Braxton's not allowed on it anymore. It's so bad. Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard not good things, especially for.
It's bad for kids. That's not great. That's the one game where they said if they were doing something for the kids, I would actually believe them. Although they've done the opposite and have done stuff for the pedophiles instead, because there was a YouTuber who was going around on Roblox and catching pedophiles and helping them get arrested, and then they banned him.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
that guy's like. That's a fucking superhero right there. Like, yeah. Bro, we can't Chris Hansen people anymore? Like, what the fuck?
No. Well, after he got banned, Chris Hansen came out of retirement, which is insane. This is
Nah, we need him. We fucking need. Do you not see the world we're in? We need him.
Oh no, I get it. It's just, why are we back here? How have we gotten here? But yeah, V-Bucks going up.
Yeah.
Not great if you play Fortnite. I'd assume this is mainly going to affect, like it said, the skins. It's not going to affect your Battle Pass because the Battle Pass is going down to 800 as well to match the lowest end. So the price itself isn't technically going up. You are getting less for each pack, though. But yeah, not great. People are not happy about it. To the surprise of no one. Life is expensive right now, and making games that are already an expensive hobby even more expensive is definitely a decision. But I guess when you're Fortnite, you can afford to make that decision. I'm not sure what bills they can't pay with all of the money they're raking in. But
yeah, Fortnite's struggling apparently.
Yeah, Fortnite. They gotta. You should probably look at their business model then. You should not be struggling with anything for Fortnite.
Yeah, y'all are literally on any platform, including
especially
mobile.
Now. Now that you're back on phones without any issues, I don't get it. Not
you know they're about to drop some absolute heat though. They raised the prices of skins basically. They're about to drop something in the store.
Right? It's like, what's the first one gonna be?
And
man, that's solo level.
Just hearing that, collab. I'm thinking, you know what anime they haven't touched yet? Just dropped the season 2 like a day ago. One Piece. They don't have One Piece skins in there. I can see
that's
them do
crazy. That. Yeah, they don't have One Piece skins in there. We got solo leveling in there before One Piece.
Wait.
Also, why the fuck was that only in the store for a week? I got into Fortnite earlier this week to play with Braxton. I was like, let me see how much the solo leveling thing cost. Already gone. Already gone. Crazy. The gorillas who were there a month and a half ago or so when I bought them, still there. I can get them still. Solo leveling's already gone. I'm like, what the fuck?
More of these kids and no fucking solo leveling than the gorillas right now. I'm just kidding. People love the gorillas.
I love the gorillas. They're going on tour and they're going to be in Cleveland later this year. I think I'm making a trip to Cleveland. All right. Next story.
Hey, but if you pay $30 with the Game Pass Premium, you get the fucking Fortnite crew subscription.
Which apparently, I guess, isn't worth it anymore.
$30 a month.
A bunch of people are canceling their Fortnite subscription, their Fortnite Pass subscriptions. Yeah. Which I don't know. I get it. You're getting less V-Bucks, but it gives you the Battle Pass on top of free V-Bucks. So I don't know. I would say the value's maybe still worth it. I don't play Fortnite enough to really know, but if I'm getting the Battle Pass plus 800 V-Bucks every month on top of the V-Bucks I can earn in the Battle Pass, I would say Crew's probably still worth it, unless you don't want those V-Bucks every month and you're just going to spend the $9 once every 3 months to get the seasonal Battle Pass and then the skin that they got in there. If you don't find it worth it, probably wouldn't make the Crew worth it, but
I think my question for people right now for Fortnite is, what skin is left that would bring you even want to pay more for these skins? You know,
that's what I'm saying.
They have every character. Everyone has hopped onto Fortnite at some point. Saw a character they liked or some IP. I got a Godzilla skin in the fucking game.
Yeah.
I didn't think we were getting that ever. I don't know if I'll spend another dime on that game, but and I'm like, does everybody not have enough skins? I mean, at some point, when's enough?
That's kind of what I'm thinking. I don't know what else they could add. Solo leveling was the one.
Yeah.
If they bring Chainsaw Man, that'd be cool. I'd get a Chainsaw Man.
Chainsaw Man would be sick.
But
Chainsaw Man would be sick.
I've got Eminem. I've got Spider-Man. I've got Beast Boy. I've got fucking Destiny skins. I've got Halo skins.
Oh, yeah, they do. Yeah.
I've got Doom Guy. I'm not buying skins that often.
Yeah.
You had Marty McFly in the current season.
They did. I think I might have got Marty. Oh, okay. Did I get Marty McFly? I don't even fucking remember if I got Marty McFly, man.
I didn't get the battle pass, so I did not get him. But
yeah.
All right, on to the next one, which is our last bad story of the day. So at least everything from here is positive, at least.
It can be seen as positive, yeah.
I don't know how you can spin the last two into negative. Well, I mean, I guess maybe you could if you really tried.
You could. You could, though.
You could. But this is over on IGN by Wesley Yimpool. Jeff Kaplan, former boss of the Overwatch team, has finally revealed why he left Blizzard after nearly 20 years with the company, pinning the blame on extreme financial pressures on the game to deliver for Activision Blizzard. Excuse me. Kaplan announced in his departure from Blizzard in August 2021, with the controversial Overwatch 2 still in development. Kaplan joined Blizzard in 2002, where he started as a designer on World of Warcraft, developing Quest for the then upcoming MMORPG. He eventually was credited as a game director on WoW in 2009. Kaplan spearheaded an unannounced project at Blizzard called Titan, an ambitious new MMO that was eventually canceled in 2014 after tens of millions of dollars was spent on development. Kaplan and members of the Titan team took ideas from that game and redesigned them into a team-based hero shooter now known as Overwatch, which went on to become incredibly successful. Now, 5 years after he left, Kaplan has returned to the public eye to announce his new game, The Legend of California, and to tell his side of the story. In a sweeping interview with Lex Fridman, Kaplan discusses his career so far, and part of that opened up on why he left Blizzard. He pointed to the Overwatch League. Overwatch's dedicated esports series that revolved around city-based teams mirroring traditional sports leagues as being, quote, the major derail, according to Kaplan, who believed in Overwatch League and helped pitch it. It was oversold to partners who then applied an increased pressure on the Overwatch team to deliver not just in-game support for the league in terms of team skins, esports spectator camera control, and Twitch integration, but pressure to generate more revenue. Quote, where it got away from us was there was a lot of excitement about Overwatch League, like too much so, Kaplan said. And then it got over-marketed to the people buying the teams. They went on this road show where they had a deck, and you can put anything in a deck and sell anything. And they were pretty much selling the Brooklyn Bridge that Overwatch League was going to be more popular than the NFL. We got a bunch of billionaire investors in these teams, end quote. Commitments made for Overwatch League pulled resources away from what Kaplan actually wanted to do with Overwatch, which was to build on the game itself with new events and heroes. Quote, and so all your plans at that point kind of go out the window, Kaplan explained. You're not going to work on new world events. You're not really even focused on Overwatch 2. You're just treading water. There was a lot of talk like, oh god, the deal didn't go well and we've got to make goods to make the deal better for them. I'm like, just give them some money back. If the deal isn't what people wanted, putting it on us, the Overwatch team, to support this beast. It was a great idea that had the wrong instincts, and I don't know how to phrase this in a way that's not damning, but there was too much focus on let's make lots of money really fast, and a lot of people got dragged into it, end quote. Financial reality then kicked in, Kaplan said. Quote, now we don't just have executives at Activision and Blizzard who cared about the bottom line of Overwatch, but we have all these people who basically invested in the game, and then they started to express their opinions, end quote. After it became clear that Overwatch League wasn't going to deliver NFL money, quote, everybody quickly defaulted back to, hey, didn't Overwatch make like $500 million just in the live game last year? What can we sell and what can you give us? That pressure comes onto the team, and then that pressure to ship Overwatch 2 and care and love that we had for the live game. Let's just make events and new heroes and new maps. We're losing all these resources. Kaplan said he believed in Overwatch 2, saying that the Overwatch 2 out now is not the PvE version that Blizzard had announced. Blizzard has since reverted Overwatch 2 name simply to Overwatch. Overwatch 2 and Overwatch League eventually became an albatross, Kaplan said. Ruining what he felt was very much a good thing. Quote, it felt like we were running Overwatch and we were very, very successful in doing a good job. And I think the fans were happy, he said. Kaplan then revealed a meeting with Activision's then chief financial officer, as which he described it, quote, was the biggest fuck you moment I had in my career. Quote, what ultimately broke me and my Blizzard career was I got called into the CFO's office and he sits me down and he says, he gives me a date at the time, which was 2020, and we were going to slip into 2021. But at the time, it was 2020, and he said, Overwatch has to make X amount of dollars that can't be disclosed because of an NDA. We're going to lay off 1,000 people. Wait, sorry, I jumped. Overwatch has to make X amount of money in 2020, and then every year after that, it needs to bring in a recurring revenue of X amount. And then he says to me, if you don't do X amount of money, we're going to lay off 1,000 people, and that's going to be on you. And that was just the biggest fuck you moment I had in my career. It felt surreal to be in that condition. Kaplan then went on to say he thought he'd retire at Blizzard, but that meeting was the final straw that broke the camel's back as he left the company a year later. Quote, as someone who's worked on a lot of games, made a lot of games, you get in these meetings where they're like, Fortnite has 1,400 people on it, and if you just hire 1,400 people and make it free to play, we'll make that money, right? I believed I would never work any place but Blizzard. I loved it. It was part of who I was, and I thought that I was part of it. And I literally thought that I could retire from the place. I never thought the day would come, but that's what it was. We're done here. Luckily for Blizzard, that CFO is no longer there. Activision Blizzard's then CFO was Dennis Durkin, who left in May 2021. That is the end of that article.
God damn, bro.
That's insane.
I mean,
insane.
It's insane. It's insane for sure. It's also Blizzard.
Yeah. I mean,
like Blizzard.
We know the Activision Blizzard top guys are scum. That is...
Bobby Kotick back in the day, absolute fucking monster. Literally just Googled him, by the way, because I'm like, when was the situation went down? And then I just see in his Wikipedia article, in January 2026, it was revealed that he had a long-running relationship with a little guy known as Jeffrey Epstein.
Oh, Kotick, yeah.
Yeah, and also... Epstein was being a part of the conversation to add microtransactions to Call of Duty. Just a little side bit to that.
Kotick is awful.
Kotick is a piece of shit human being.
I don't know if you've seen the story of the employee that killed herself on a business trip.
I did.
Yeah,
I did
it's
hear about
insane how much how bad it was.
Yeah. There's a good book out by Jason Schreier, Play Nice: The Rise, Fall, and Future of Blizzard Entertainment. I haven't read it. I listened a little bit to the audiobook, but if people are interested in more about Blizzard and their troubled past, and also like more recent past, I guess.
Yeah.
Like we're in 2021 when this shit's happening. Like.
Yeah, I remember.
That company's always had issues.
When Kaplan left, I was fucking shocked. But.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Knowing that, yeah, I can see why you would leave. 100%.
That's an insane thing to say to somebody.
Yeah. It's like, hey, you got to make however much money, and if you don't, we're firing 1,000 people, and it's your fault.
That's because we all put too much money into fucking esports at the time.
Yeah, you thought Overwatch
League... I love
League
esports, but like Overwatch League, I remember they had investors too. Like, I think one of the guys who owns the Rams now, Robert Kraft for the Patriots. They had some like high profile guys investing into this league that just never really took off.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it did well, but like pitching this as something that's going to be bigger than the NFL is asinine. That's insane.
Yeah,
it's absolutely insane.
Because I remember back in the day with the Overwatch League and Call of Duty League as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like they were doing well numbers, but then they signed an exclusive deal with YouTube, So like they weren't even on Twitch and YouTube; they were just on YouTube, which that negates a part of your audience. So yeah, when things crashed and burned, that's another part of the reason why. But yeah, back to this story. That's just nuts.
Yeah, that's less than ideal. The entire interview is on, where was it? It was with Lex Fridman's podcast. So if you wanted to check the entire thing out, it is on there. It should be in the link in the description, or at least the link for the story, which can take you to the entire interview. But yeah, I saw this, I think, yesterday and thought that it was fucking insane.
The fact that he's able to even talk about this type of stuff without being under an NDA is crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, he probably was under an NDA. It was probably a timed NDA, which is why this is just coming out now, 5 years later.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that's wild. I'll have to look into The Legend of California. I didn't know he was working on a new game. That's really cool. Yeah. I loved OG Overwatch. So hopefully The Legend of California is successful for Mr. Kaplan.
It looks like it's a single-player type joint. It looks like it's
it's
an open-world action survival shooter set in the mythical island of California during the Gold Rush era.
You know what? I'm here for it. Hell yeah. Sounds like a good time.
It looks, I mean, it looks indie, but like, it could be good.
All right. Next story / non-story. There's not really a lot about this one because they haven't, like, officially announced it. But Ubisoft has a quote-unquote announced, finally, the remake for Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced. They put up a blog post, when was it? On the 4th. So a little over a week ago, about Assassin's Creed and the franchise going forward, talking about Code Hexy and Codename Invictus, which is an upcoming PvP multiplayer game that they're working on, which they've done one before. This is being done by a team of people who worked on For Honor, so that'll be interesting. And then they just randomly at the end throw in speculation around Assassin's Creed is not new, but it's worth repeating. Quote, nothing is true, everything is permitted. Well, except in this case, some whispers have a little more wind in their sails. Keep your spyglass on the horizon. And then it's just a key art for Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced. And that's it. It's the only thing they say about it.
Yeah, I guess they're
Ubisoft is so fucking weird, man.
Ubisoft's so funny, dog. Like, how do we not know how to promote games anymore?
No.
Like we knew if anyone like truly into the weeds knew that the Black Flag remake, remaster, whatever, it was happening. And just like them just being like, it's happening. Like,
yeah, this has been rumored heavily for years, and then just randomly on March in this blog post, it's not even a separate tweet or mention about it. Like, the only reason I clicked on this blog post was because when I saw they show 6 Assassin's Creed logos, like, in the thumbnail, essentially, for the blog post, and one of them was Black Flag, and I was like, wait a minute, what? And so I clicked on it, and they're like, yeah, this might be true. And then it has the key art. I'm like, oh, okay, so this is happening.
Well, I didn't realize, I mean, now reading the article, I didn't realize it says, come celebrate us on March 20th. Tune into our official Ubisoft Twitch channel for a live stream starting at 10 a.m. Pacific time for our latest game updates. So maybe we will get that trailer that they should have fucking dropped already.
Maybe
in about a week or so.
What is your history with Assassin's Creed? I feel like we don't talk about Assassin's Creed that much.
We don't talk about Assassin's Creed that much on here. That's because I
feel like there hasn't been a lot of Assassin's Creed recently, though.
We had Shadows last year.
Oh shit, you're right. I totally forgot about Shadows. I forgot that happened.
I just haven't been an Assassin's Creed guy for a while. I think the last one I really played was 3, to be honest with you. Like, I was super into the
I love 3. I know everyone hates it. I loved 3.
The only thing I didn't like about 3 was the ending. I love
Yeah,
the Desmond Miles
that's
stuff.
absolutely fair. That is the worst part about that game.
I love the Desmond Miles stuff. I like the connection between the current world and going back in the past. I wish Assassin's Creed would do that more because I feel like there's an interesting premise there. But now it's just we're going back more just old time Japan. We're going to Greece. Like it doesn't even feel like what the franchise was originally, to me at least. I'm not the hugest Assassin's Creed fan anymore, but I don't know. 4 remake really does it for me though.
No. So
I don't know.
I was really into the original trilogy of Assassin's Creed. I really, really liked Assassin's Creed. 4 I did not play because me and controlling pirate ships just do not go hand in hand.
I agree, same.
That being said, I'll probably check this out because I've never played it, and it is... I feel like it's highly regarded as the best Assassin's Creed.
I know some,
or at least
some
one of the
stand by
best.
it. Yeah.
But yeah, Assassin's Creed, as of late, like you had said, is kind of lost what made Assassin's Creed Assassin's Creed. It's not supposed to be like, it's gotten too big. Like Origin and Origin, Valhalla. There's one more before Shadows that I'm blanking on.
Odyssey?
Yes. Are all just so massive that I just personally do not have time for. Mirage is one I wanted to check out because I know that they were supposed to go back to the roots, and it was a shorter 10 to 15 hour one, which is kind of what I'm looking for in Assassin's Creed. I don't know. I will check out Resynced, most likely. I'm super interested in Project Hexy because it's the Salem Witch Trials, which is so out of left field from anything that fucking Assassin's Creed has done.
Wait, which one was it?
Project Hexy, if I'm remembering correctly, is supposed to take place during the Salem Witch Trials.
Okay. Yeah, I'll like to see a trailer. I am interested in the Netflix live action series that's coming.
Yeah.
Also, it did help at the time was the fucking movie. All right, you watched the movie?
I did watch the movie.
I watched that movie day one in theaters. I remember seeing the post on Facebook a day or two ago. It was asking the question, which movie did you watch and you hoped and prayed it got better, and it never did. My response always will be Assassin's Creed. I was watching that whole movie and I'm just like, do I like this? And then the movie ended and I'm like, this is shit. Yeah. I hate this movie.
Yeah, it should have been so much better. I'm right there with you
because I think it's so much better.
I also saw it. I feel, if nothing else, opening week, and I was like, fuck, that was disappointing. It was not great.
Yeah. I'm like, this has potential. The past scenes look cool. I like Michael Fassbender, but that movie sucked, man. We had Jeremy Irons in it. Why?
It just wasn't good.
We should have been better.
It wasn't good. But yeah, Black Flag remake coming at some point. Maybe we'll find out next week. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll probably record a reaction to it, and if it's anything worth it, we'll post.
Yeah, it's on Friday, so I'll probably be down to record that. But yeah.
But yeah, I thought that was interesting because I hadn't seen it anywhere else. But
yeah. I remember just seeing the picture on Twitter and just hey, there it is. Okay, that's promoting. That makes me excited.
Right. And then our final news story of the day. Xbox has officially announced the next-gen console, Project Helix. I got 2 different articles over on IGN. Oh, that's not what I wanted to click on. I was trying to close the ad, not open the ad. The first one's just more of the announcement. Second one will go a little more in-depth with GDC being this week. Microsoft had their keynote. I don't know if it was yesterday or this morning. But first one is Ryan McCaffrey over on IGN. It says new Microsoft Gaming CEO Asha Sharma, who took over as the head of Xbox, as head of the Xbox business last week, as longtime Xbox boss Phil Spencer retired, has confirmed the codename for Xbox's next generation console, Project Helix. Also confirmed long swirling rumors that the device will play Xbox and PC games. Quote, great start to the morning with Team Xbox, where we talked about our commitment to the return of Xbox, including Project Helix, the codename for our next generation console, Sharma posted on her Twitter account. Project Helix will lead into performance and play your Xbox and PC games. Looking forward to chatting about this more with partners and studios at my first GDC next week. Rumors about the 5th gen Xbox console and its ability to play PC games have been making its round for some time, though perhaps it won't be playing any first-party PlayStation games that make their way to PC, since Sony has reportedly pulled back on first-party support. Since this has come out, PlayStation has confirmed that they will no longer be launching any single-player first-party titles on PC, starting with Soros and including Wolverine. Marathon is on PC. I'm assuming the Horizon multiplayer game will probably also be on PC. But yeah, no surprise to that from Sony's side. So yeah, Project Helix was revealed last week.
Yeah.
We had wondered when that was going to be coming and if anything was going to change with Asha being the new head of Xbox. That does not seem to be the case. They are going to be going forward with the PC integration for this next-gen console. I'm not sure how that goes into targeting your Xbox fan base, but maybe they can make it work.
I think that there's a shot they can make it work. I'm definitely be hopeful in this situation.
Yeah, I hope so.
But I think a lot of the Xbox audience is either went to the opposition with PlayStation, or they became PC gamers. I think including PC into your console, as far as we know, we're pretty sure PlayStation 6 will be that.
Yeah,
and I think trying to get over those two markets, I think could help a lot with Xbox's strategy. Try to bring people back. The thing that I kind of estimate that will kill them is what will be the price of this machine.
Yes.
Like, is this like, I don't see this thing. I think this thing's closer to $1,000 than $500.
Oh, 100%.
Like that might just take people out of it. Especially if the PlayStation 6 is for sure cheaper. We don't know about the Steam machine either. If that like the price for whatever that's gonna be. But it's kind of weird they just randomly announced Project Helix. I think it was just to say, hey, we're still committed to the Xbox console. Like the rumor and the reports have been like that people at Xbox did not like what was her name?
Sarah Bond.
Sarah Bond. They didn't like the Sarah Bond strategy of the Xbox Play Anywhere.
Oh.
I saw a report saying that that every word of the Xbox, like, this is an Xbox campaign, is officially gone on any marketing right now.
Yeah, they have sunsetted this is the Xbox marketing campaign.
Yeah. They're just trying to get back to what Xbox was, and it's a console. Will that work in today's world? I don't know. I like to be hopeful about that. Like, I believe the product will be good, but what's the difference between now and 2014 when your guys were facing the PS4 and the PS4 smacked the shit out of you?
You're gonna have at least a year ahead, because internally the PS6 has been delayed till at least 2028 from what we've been hearing as of late. Here's my question. This is what I would personally do. I don't know if Microsoft is doing this. Do you make a cheaper version that just fucking plays console games, keep the PC stuff out of it, and that way you can have your expensive high-end PC integrated machine, but if you want to go back to what makes Xbox, I think you need to just focus on Xbox. You should have... It might not, because it's so late in the game, and if this wasn't a plan already, launch alongside what Project Helix is, but I don't think it's a bad idea for Xbox to put out what would be, assumably, a cheaper option that is strictly an Xbox. Has no Steam, Epic, or any other PC game site integrated into this machine.
Yeah, I'll be definitely interested for sure. What I could see happen, I could see them drop a lower, or like a cheaper Xbox. Mm-hmm. I don't think that's at launch though.
Yeah, probably not, because you assume they've been working on this for at least 3 to 4 years. Probably not since the launch of the series consoles, but you obviously start spitballing ideas a couple of years after. But we do have a few more details as GDC is going on this week. Microsoft had their keynote. This was yesterday. This is written by Miranda Sanchez and Wesley Yinpool over on IGN. I'm going to scroll down to where they focus more on Project Helix. It says start to the update 10:27 p.m. or a.m. It says alpha versions of Project Helix will be sent to developers in 2027. Ronald confirms. Microsoft is pivoting to, quote, future of play, end quote, and player behaviors, he adds. Quote, the days of people defining themselves as console/PC/mobile gamers doesn't really exist anymore, end quote. I disagree. But but that's just me. Ronald is thinking how to develop tools where players are going to play across multiple devices. Now onto the juicy stuff. Project Helix. Ronald reiterates that next-gen Xbox plays Xbox console games and PC games. And then it says, here's some early Project Helix features. Plays your Xbox console and PC games, powered by custom AMD SoC, co-designed by next generation of DirectX, next-gen ray tracing performance and capabilities, GPU-directed work graph execution, AMD FSR Next plus Project Helix, built for next generation of neural rendering, next generation ML upscaling, new ML multi-frame generation, next gen ray regeneration for RT and path tracing, deep texture compression, neural texture compression, direct shortage, plus ZSTD. Project Helix is, quote, an order of magnitude improvement, end quote, on ray tracing performance, Ronald adds. Excuse me. It says, Ronald asks, what do players want to experience, and how can we have developers like you be successful on our platform? He says, ray tracing has always been the holy grail of computer graphics, and that Microsoft has leaned into the development of direct storage for the Series X and S. Microsoft, Ronald adds, is trying to provide one common platform for game developers so you can design and optimize with confidence. So, that is not a whole lot, but just a little more information on Project Helix and kind of what they're looking to do and their goal. It seems like they're focusing more on the play anywhere than this is an Xbox campaign, which I would say is a much better idea, personally.
I think it's an easier sell, yeah.
100%, I would think it's an easier sell. I don't think that we are in a spot where people aren't classifying themselves as PC, console, or mobile gamers. I don't think anyone would classify themselves as a mobile gamer. I could be wrong on that.
I think people play on their phone, but like it's so like casually on it, like
right.
Casual play on their phone.
Yeah,
like, it's a big market.
But I don't think anyone's like personally describing themselves like as a mobile gamer. Like if someone says they're a gamer, my mind is immediately going to, okay, you're either console or PC, because everyone plays games well, maybe not everyone, majority of people are playing some type of game on their phone, whether it be Candy Crush or fucking Resident Evil that's on iPhones to that extent.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the only thing I slightly disagree with. But yeah, hopefully this works well for them. It looks like this is coming next fall. They're going to get dev kits out early next year to developers. We'll see what that looks like. It'll be... I know they said they want it to be easier to make it easier to develop games for just one singular platform. But I still don't think, even with this playing PC games, it's gonna have a different port, because like in theory I would think it has to, because not every PC is created equally. Everyone's PC's got different specs.
Yeah.
Now you might make it so just this Project Helix runs it on recommended settings. Maybe you go that route. I don't know how you make this to where it's easier to optimize, but
yeah, I'm curious when the console does come out and this console PC hybrid, buying the game, like, can I buy it? Like, am I gonna be able to buy this game on Steam instead of Xbox, like the Xbox store? Like, is Xbox making any money off of that?
From Steam, probably not. If you're buying it off the Steam store and then going to your Project Helix box, my guess would be no, because I guess they haven't confirmed specifically how you're playing these PC games. We're just assuming it's SteamOS and Epic Game Store integration.
Yeah, because that's another thing. It's like, I wonder if like performance is going to be, if I bought the game on the Microsoft Store, is it going to be the same if I bought it on the Steam Store on the same console?
Yeah.
I'm curious at how that conversation will go down.
Yeah, it should be quite interesting. I assume we'll probably won't get that much more info on this before the end of the year, unless they do. I don't know if they would do a deep dive at Summer Game Fest on this.
Yeah, but I remember they showed the Xbox One X or whatever the fuck, Series X, the current console right now.
Yeah, that was.
Did they show that like a Game Awards?
Yeah, so maybe you get like a reveal of what the box is at the Game Awards, and they put up a blog post of what the specs and how everything's supposed to work.
I could see it drop on like near the 25th anniversary in November too. Mm-hmm. It could be June. I could see us see the console visually, like a picture of it this year. But that's fine.
Yeah, I think we know what it looks like before this year's over. I don't know if we know any of the specs before the year's over. But it'll definitely be interesting to see. This is one we're obviously for sure going to keep up with. But
if I'm PlayStation though, we can release this PS6 whenever.
Yeah,
I don't think there's. I think later the better. Especially with the current economic state we're in. If you really want to put the boots to next with Xbox, which did we already talk about the story in a different one, or like PlayStation pulling back from PC?
I don't know. I need to start going through our older episodes and going through the description to see what stories we've done and what we didn't, because I don't remember if it's one we've covered or not. But there were, with this Project Helix going around, there were rumors that PlayStation was going to pull from PC, and the speculation was essentially so that you can't play your single-player PlayStation games on an Xbox. And I believe it was last week, Sony did confirm that starting with Saros and Wolverine this year, neither of those will be coming to PC. Now, you could, if you wanted to, make the argument that a lot of these PC ports for PlayStation have had a lot of problems. They also, I don't think, are selling like all that well. Like, they're probably selling decently, but they're not doing what Forza is doing on PlayStation.
Yeah.
So, Like,
But I do think
logistically for PlayStation, does it make sense to put the ports on PC if they're not selling them? Probably not. Or not selling as many as they would want? Probably not. But I feel like when it comes down to it, the reasoning is to keep these games off of an Xbox console.
Yeah, they want to batten out, like, everything's hectic in this industry right now.
Mm-hmm.
Battening down the hatches, just focusing with this big live service push, fucking failing for Sony. Batten down the hatches. We're putting the IPs people love back on a PlayStation console. It's anti-consumer as fuck, but, like, I get why they would do it.
Yeah.
Like, of course, like, in a perfect world, of course, everybody wants no exclusivity. They want to play whatever they want.
Yes, every game is everywhere, but that is...
Every game is everywhere. It's
unfortunately, it's not how business works, yeah. Because then you have no... To the companies, why would you buy my box if you can play my games elsewhere? That is...
Exactly.
Yeah. You need a reason to buy this box. And if it's not exclusives... then what is it? What would you even go to next?
Yeah.
Power, maybe, but
yeah,
that didn't seem to help Xbox because the Series console is more powerful than a PS5, but they still can't sell anything.
Yeah, if you can play everything on every console, we don't need multiple console manufacturers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
That would just kill Xbox forever, which is low-key Sony low-key down for that. But
you're probably right. You're probably right.
Yeah. This next generation gonna be interesting. This could be either the rejuvenation that Xbox needs with the PC market, or this could just, like, who knows if we'll get the next gen after that. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
We could just either become fully Sega at the end of next console generation.
Yeah,
we could see that.
I don't want to say it's make or break generation for Xbox, but it kind of feels like it. After the last two going so horribly wrong for them, I don't think you have to beat PlayStation next gen, but you gotta compete.
You gotta find an audience. Yeah, you gotta find your audience.
You can't be... PS5's is almost at 100 million units. I think the last update we got for the series consoles were around 20.
Yeah, you gotta hit like 50 to 70.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You gotta hit at least that.
You gotta be close to them. You can't have an 80% gap.
Yeah.
It's not how you want to run a business. You can't do it successfully that way. Hopefully.
Do I believe they can do it? Absolutely. Do I believe Microsoft will give them time to do it? We'll see.
I believe Xbox can do it. I don't believe Microsoft can do it. Because, like we had mentioned at the end of the Highguard fucking article, everyone is chasing Fortnite, and that is including Microsoft for some strange fucking reason.
Here's the thing, though. They don't have to chase that hard. They have the biggest IP, like, that prints money, and it's known as Call of Duty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, they have the fan base, like which is weird because they have the fan bases. Like, Blizzard has their fan base, Call of Duty has their fan base, Xbox's fan base, not really there. Like, Bethesda has their fan base. Everyone loves these type of guys. They love the people on the team, but they're just not all together with one vision of Xbox.
No. And also, to be fair, all of those guys aren't just only releasing their games on Xbox. Except for Starfield. Starfield was exclusive, but that's the only one.
Elder Scrolls 6? Is that exclusive?
No. I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Elder Scrolls is too big. If Fallout wasn't exclusive, I don't see why you make Elder Scrolls exclusive. Unless Xbox has gotten to a point when Elder Scrolls 6 comes out, whenever that may be, that they're keeping up with PlayStation. But if they're in the same situation they are now, no, I don't think it's exclusive.
Yeah.
But alrighty. I believe that is going to do it for this episode of Lounge, unless there's anything you think we missed that's small or even big that you'd want to go over. I got nothing off
Not
the
that,
top
not
of
that,
my head.
not that. Like the PlayStation thing was like the only other like.
Right.
I was thinking of that one, but besides that, it's like, yeah, it sucks,
Yeah.
but I get, I get it.
Yeah.
Like you guys want you guys want to keep your IP safe, whatever. Like I think exclusives are important. Like, because if you want to be a console manufacturer, you gotta fucking sell the goddamn console.
Mm-hmm. But all right, that is going to do it for this week's episode of The Lounge. Thank you for joining us, and we will be back next week. Peace.
Yes, sir. See ya.